Hola, hola, it's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome, and I am here to remind you. I'm a confidence coach, and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hola, 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 hola. Welcome to the podcast. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe. I feel like I start every podcast episode with like deep gratitude and saying how amazing I'm feeling and great. But it is true, y'all. It is true. First of all, I lied to you. I did a post about how we had 100,000 downloads on our podcast, on this podcast, and that was bullshit because we hadn't even counted Spotify. And I know so many of you, shout out if you are listening on Spotify, hit me up, tag me, let me know. So many of you listen on Spotify. Some of you are listening on Apple iTunes and leaving me amazing ass reviews that literally I'm bawling my eyeballs out. And I think I'm going to do a massive episode about just the gratitude I have for those of you that have done, like, I can't. I thank you to the extreme. But we have about 300,000 downloads of this podcast. And I'm like, what the actual fuck? Like, what? Excuse me? What? I podcast in my car. I still do. It's great. I really aim to make these episodes short and sweet, but really valuable and to the fucking point, you know, and that you can get something and you can do something after listening, that you don't just feel motivated and do nothing with it. I hope that it transforms your life somehow, the way you think, how you act, what you do, your results. I hope that it gives you all of that. And I have the most amazing, you guys are amazing. Like when I tell you, my listeners, wow. Like wow. I don't even know. I couldn't dream you up if I tried. I would rip it off because you are so amazing. You share, you connect, you email, you message me, like, and I know I'd be slow getting back to some of y'all, so please be patient. I thank you so much for doing so because it just lets me know where you're at and what's helping you. And I'm just here literally creating this free content to help you and give you anything I can. Like, I'm thinking about you 24/7. Not creepy at all. I think about you when I go to bed. I think about you in the morning. I think about you in the shower. Hey. You're in the shower with me. Seriously, I'm like, fuck, that's a podcast. Blah, blah, blah. So I've got a million bazillion podcasts to go. We hit a year in October and we're recording this in December. It's about to be the Cray Cray holiday season. Hence why I wanted to do this podcast episode so much, because I'm talking to the women in my sisterhood. If you're in the sisterhood, if you're in the program with me online or in person, y'all know, there's so much going on, and I'm listening to some of y'all videos about family and triggers and exes and kids and in-laws and step people and all the things. And so I wanted to do this podcast because I know if it's tricky for y'all, it's tricky for everybody. And it is a tricky time of the year, whether you believe in Christmas or not, whether you do any of that. It's the end of a year, as we have said it. We have said that, a lot of cultures still believe the end of year is February. But for us, like, we're ending the year. We're ending 2019. We're moving into 2020. You got Christmas, you got New Year's, you got all kinds of shit going on. And so I wanted to do this episode to help you of like how not to go cray cray, how not to lose your motherfucking mind this holiday season. And just some things for you to think about, some things for you to consider, some things that you could possibly action. I wanted to first and foremost get you to start thinking about, before you enter this season, or maybe you already have entered the crazy period. It definitely is happening in my house. My mother just got here from Boston. She doesn't know that my dad's coming. I haven't seen my dad since I was, 12 or some shit. It's a surprise. I am going to kind of tell her before he comes so she doesn't have a heart attack. But lots of dynamics for me with family happening right now. So whether it's just starting or it's about to start for you, what I want you to think about right now is just to start considering this year for you At the end of this year, this holiday season, what do you think is going to be something difficult, triggering, hard to deal with? If you had to think about it, what do you think is going to come at you? What are some of the things that could possibly trigger you or affect you or piss you off or set you off this holiday season? And if you just take a second to think about that, like, oh shit, I don't know. My family's going to be here. We're going to have to go to the in-laws. My kids are going to be with my ex. I won't have my kids for Christmas. My mom passed away Christmas, so Christmas has a bad vibe for me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm an orphan Christmas. Whatever. Like, think about all the things that you feel could come up for you. And I want you to choose one that is big, that you think is going to fuck with you. Because the tips and the things that I tell you, if you can apply it to one area, and I always say this, the one area, it will help everything, okay? So when you just think about what that could be and have that intention. Y'all, intention is everything. Intention is not expectation. Intention is, I would love this. If I don't get it, that's cool, but I would love this. I was talking to one of my clients who's about to go to a funeral and how heavy funerals are. And she said, how the hell do I not get wrapped up into the downing and the sadness and the victim mindset and the pity that people have at a funeral? I feel like I suck in all that energy. And I'm like, go in with the intention. Clear yourself. Go in protected. Ask that whatever's not there doesn't serve you. And then choose to go when you need to go. I'm going to give you some similar things about this holiday season for you. First and foremost, once you declare or figure out what you think it is that's going to be the big mofo that bothers you or that could trigger you, I want you to start thinking about what you want. I want you to start thinking about what's good for you, what works for you. And when I say you, if you have kids and a partner, maybe that's your family unit. The holiday season is all about supposedly family and everybody getting together and food and alcohol and eating and family time. And you may not have a life where that is your dynamic. You may not want to be with your fucking family. You may be not someone who drinks alcohol or eats bad food and you don't want to be around it. You may feel guilty this season. Like, I have to go. My grandma's about to die. I can't not go to Christmas. I got to go spend time with them because if I don't, then they're going to do this. If I don't do this, then this. You know what I'm saying? What will they think? All of that shit will come up. So what I want to say to you is know what you want. Before you say yes to these parties and Christmas at someone's house and New Year's Eve and having people at your fucking house and doing all the things, before you say yes to anybody, check in with you. What would I love? What is good for me? What do I need right now? What do I need this month? Let me tell you something, a little behind the scenes of my life. I am really hard trying not to catch up with people right now. And it's difficult. It's really difficult because I'm meeting people, want to hang out, be friends. And I'm like, fuck, do I have time for new friends? Do I have time for my friends right now in this season? Like, I want to, but it's very limited. And the people I'm seeing, I am intentionally choosing to see them. And there's a reason I'm going to see them and hang out with them because I love them and they take up my real estate in my life. And I love that. Anybody who I don't want in my real estate, anybody who I know is going to drain my soul or is not someone I want to spend time with, I ain't seeing them. I gotta sneeze. Damn it. Ay. Okay. Y'all, my sneeze is so loud. If you're in the sisterhood, you know. Anyway, I'm not editing that sneeze out because people sneeze. What do you want to do? I hope I didn't pop your ears. I'm sorry. So basically, who are you choosing to spend time with? So before you go out and say, yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I want to do that. And just start booking yourself into all these work parties and functions. I want you to check in with you, right? The second thing, if you have family, if you get yourself into a situation where someone's triggering or you're feeling like your mind is saying things to you and you're starting to get affected and you're starting to feel yucky, get the fuck out of there. Like, for real. Oh, what's happening? I don't like how I feel. I don't like what they said. I don't like this place. I feel like this. I feel like this. Do you know what? I can actually leave. And if they're in my motherfucking house, I can choose to go to another room or I can tell them they have to go. Depends on how brave you are, right? Like, it depends on the circumstance. I don't know the circumstance, but you have a choice. You do not have to sit there with people and energy that you don't appreciate and that you don't like and they don't appreciate you. 100%. You have got to exercise the boundaries that maybe you never set this year. This is the time to exercise that, because it will become so full on. And it is such a hectic time for so many people, not only because of family, but financially hectic. People driving crazy. The shopping centers are hectic. Money, right? Time with work. Some people work, some people don't work and have time off and too much free time. You know, others have people that have passed away. Kids are sick. Maybe family's got cancer and you're at the hospital. Like, there's a lot that can go on at this time of the year. There's pressure from all the mediums. You know, the society says you should be celebrating chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and maybe you're, you know, at a hospital with someone who's dying. Or maybe, you know, you have family over that is triggering, or some of my clients have to see members of their family who have abused them sexually and no one knows about this. Like, come on, that is, I'm talking uncomfortable as hell. And they have a choice. Those women do not have to sit up in that Christmas dinner table acting like they're cool with their fucking weird uncle or their cousin who did some nasty shit to them a long time ago. Right? You do not have to go to that. You do not have to do anything. I know you know this logically, but I need you to know this in your fucking body. I need you to exercise this shit this holiday season. Exercise it. Why? Because you fucking matter. Why? Because it's your right to love what's happening and feel comfortable with where you are. And you do not have to do a motherfucking thing. Stop telling yourself we have to, or it's going to be World War III at our house. We have to, or else my husband's mother is not going to be. Fuck her, man. You don't have to do any of that shit. Consider that's bullshit that you've been telling yourself every year, and that when the hell are you going to stop telling yourself that? You're not going to please these people, no matter if you have Christmas at your house, you have a New Year's party, they come over for this. Like, you're never going to please them. When was the last time you had a season, a holiday season or time off that you actually enjoyed and you did what the fuck you wanted to do? Crickets. I hear crickets. I don't know about you. Can we put some crickets in here? You know what I'm saying? Like, you really need to do what you need to do for you. I remember saying to my husband, we were going to Christmas, to church. We don't go to church, and if you do, good for you, but we don't go. So we were going with Hamish's parents, and every year they're like, oh, you know, if you want to go to church with us, and we're like, oh man. So we said we'd go to church with them on Christmas, because his dad gets up and reads some stuff. But every time I'm there, I'm just like, man, do people really sit here for this? Like, I'm just really out of alignment. And I would be so angry being there. And recently, I think 2 years ago, we said, you know what? We're going to go with them for Christmas, and we're going to be there and enjoy it. We're going to try as hard as we can to sit there and look at why this religion works for these people and what it is that they hear, and pretend you were them and be in the understanding space. And that is such a better way for us to go be there with them than me bitching about how I don't want to be there. You better just not go. If you're going to bitch about it, just don't go. And so that's where I was at. I should have said, I don't want to go. You go with the kids. I'm not going. And that's okay. But now I'm like, I'm there. I'm in a good space, and it feels good because it's in alignment with what I'm thinking and feeling, and I'm appreciating versus judging the people there, because that ain't cool either. I'm keeping it real, right? So you have to know what it is that you want to do. You have to be able to exercise your boundaries, and you have to be able to manage your energy and your time. This is a busy, crazy ass time. Another thing I want to talk to you about is food and alcohol. Please check in with yourself. I'm checking in with myself too. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you what I'm doing for me too. Because this is the time of year, like, pregnant ladies out there who've ever been pregnant. Oh, I'm pregnant. I'm just going to go to town and eat a fucking bowl of chocolate ice cream and Nutella and just go crazy because I'm pregnant. Who cares? This is that time of year people do shit like that. Oh, it's, you know, the holiday season. Oh, I got to get back on my diet in January. And we eat shit. We drink way too much alcohol. And then we're with triggering family. It's like a recipe for disaster. Like, it's a recipe for disaster. So just check yourself. I've got some clients that have grandmothers that try to feed them, and the grandmother's like, you have to eat more, because that's the way that she shows her love. And if you don't eat all her food, all the pasta on the plate, that you don't love her. That's what their trigger is. That's what they've been taught in their childhood. And I'm like, catch that shit. You are 35 years old. You do not have to eat that big ass bowl of pasta so that your grandma's happy. Like, that is not love. I'm sorry. Like, catch it. Because what can happen this time of year is a lot of shame. a lot of shame, a lot of triggering of family, and then you start eating, and then you start drinking, and you try to numb it off, then you don't have work to distract you. So you have free time, no work, you're numbed out, you're on social media, you're drinking alcohol, you're eating bad food, and you're hanging out with family that triggers you. And I'm like, Merry motherfucking Christmas, that sucks. So just watch it for yourself. Pay attention to, are you overeating and why? Why are you eating that thing? Stop for a minute before you pick it up and put it in your fucking mouth and think, is this going to serve me? Am I hungry? Is this going to help actually support me and my body? What am I going to feel after I eat this? Why am I eating this? What am I going to gain from this? Like, start interviewing yourself, girl. Don't just eat this bad shit with the alcohol. Drink fucking lots of water, because some of these parties, especially family gatherings or work holiday parties, you do not want to do some dumb shit at work and then the next fucking morning. No, like, just watch yourself. You are responsible for that, and it doesn't have to get to that extreme. And like I said before, if you need to leave, get the fuck out of there. If you know it's not good for you and you need to leave early, who cares? I said to my girlfriend the other day, this time of year, no one notices if you say no and don't show up. There's so much shit going on for people, and they invite so many people to these parties and work functions that if you say no, you feel like so bad that you said no, but nobody misses you. There is so much going on and so many people there that they're not going to be like, hey, so-and-so didn't come to the party. Thank you. They're going to be like, oh, well, they're having a blast. So don't feel bad. Like, if ever this is the time of year for you to cancel and not show up to something, this is it. And I don't mean sabotage and don't show up to something that you want to be at. I mean the things that you need to say no to that you've been so scared to say no. Like, give yourself permission to say no. Also, give yourself permission to feel this holiday season. You have permission to feel. What does that look like? That looks like you going out to the bathroom and having a massive cry. That looks like you calling a friend or jumping. If you're in the sisterhood, you better get your ass in that group as much as you can this month and just have a big cry and scream and yell and judge and do whatever it is you need to do to make yourself feel better in that moment. If you need to cry or scream or punch something or yell or laugh or dance or sing, like, do it. You do not want to suppress emotions at this time of year. I mean, never, but definitely not this time of year, because there's events, there's things back to back, family, there's all kinds of things going on. I really feel, and I talked about it in another episode, like it's like a champagne bottle being shaken and then you just blast it. If you could release the pressure every once in a while this month or next month in this holiday temperate like season, temporada, iba a decir yo, I was going to talk Spanish to you. You know, in this holiday season, if you could release a little bit of the pressure, little by little, and let it go, I'm telling you right now, it's going to feel better than you exploding or holding it all in. It's like you're holding a fart in and you're about to fucking pop an eye vessel. Like, let that little shit out little by little with whoever you feel like you can in a safe space. I can't tell you how much that will affect and impact you in such a positive way. Instead of you not feeling your feelings, you're going to eat them, you're going to drink them, you're going to fight with them, it's going to come out in a yucky way. So if you can, pull yourself aside. Please do not stop doing what you normally do as well. So if you yoga, keep the yoga. If you gym, keep going to the gym, right? If you run. Like, do not stop doing the things that are good for you, because there's that foggy ass period between Christmas and New Year where you're like, what day is it? You know, you see all the memes. Like, what day is it? Like, I don't even know what day it is. Do I have fucking pants on? Like, you know, is it Tuesday? Like, is it Sunday? I don't know. And that foggy period, if you do not continue to do the things that are good for you, moves into January. And then habits are quick, y'all. Habits are quick. You start doing some shit that you don't want to do, like drinking or eating bread or not going to the gym, and then you're tired because you're hungover and there's family, and energetically you are drained because your family or whoever's around you can drain you, and you're drained. You're allowing yourself to be drained. Good luck getting back into January, getting back into the rhythm of things, going to the gym, doing your work, all the things that are good for you. Keep up the things that are good for you. Right now, if you can, book your ass in the yoga, book your ass in the training sessions. Do not stop doing it. If your gym is closed, find another fucking gym for the meantime, or go walking, or set up walks with a friend. Take your dogs out, whatever it is. Because what happens is we stop doing what feels good for us. You know, meditate. Keep meditating. If you haven't meditated, start meditating. It's a great time to start meditating. You know, like, literally the things that are good for you are going to be crucial right now in this time of year. And just be aware that you don't stop doing that for yourself because it's hectic. If you own a business or you're a workaholic, try really hard to take this time for you. Try really hard to read a book. Go get a massage. Catch up with a friend that you haven't seen in a long time that you want to see. Go to the beach if you're, out here in Australia or New Zealand. If you're over there in the States, go skiing. Go do some shit that you haven't done before. Have some time out. This holiday season is not for you to book your ass out, buy people a bunch of gifts, and book yourself out with family and gatherings and drink and eat all the bad food to then feel like shit in January. How you start the next year is very important. I believe your intention and how you start and how you finish is very important. So start connecting with, how am I going to start 2020? What am I going to commit to creating this year? Who am I going to be? Who do I want to be? How can I practice that? How can I stand in that? I did an episode last year called What Are You Gonna Do Differently? I highly recommend you listen to that shit. It's so good. It's all about like fast forwarding to the future you and how you can stand in her and be her. And if you listen to that when I did that last time, go back and listen to it now and check in with yourself. How are you now? How are you today? Did you do the things in that podcast? Did you get the benefit from that? Did you actually stand in a new self? A lot of you did. A lot of you messaged me and told me that your whole fucking world has changed and it's so exciting. And take this time for yourself. If it's alone, or if it's going to a massage place or going to a tea house, or sitting in the mountains or going for a walk in nature, and take the time to reflect on the year that was, to reflect on what you want to create next year, to reflect on all that you did and everything that you let go of and who you became. And some of you are like, oh, this was a bad year. And I'm like, there's no bad years. How is it 365 days bad? That's bullshit. You had some hard times. What did you gain from the hard times? There's always gaining. You gain. It's not a whole bad year. And just, I invite you not to think like that. I invite you to question that. Is that true? It was a bad year. The whole year, there's nothing good about it. So take this time to reflect. This time of the year is a perfect time for you to come back into you, for you to reflect, for you to meditate, for you to keep up your yoga, for you to have mind space, which is another podcast I did. How to create mind space. This is when you need it, because all the work you've been doing, sister, all the work you've been doing, they're going to come now knocking at your door. Ding dong. Hello. Let me push and trigger you to see how awakened and enlightened you actually are. Like you want to work on being enlightened and work on being a good human. Get some triggering family around you and see who you become. And don't be angry at you if you react. Don't be angry at yourself if you don't act as the way you thought you would. They are testing you. It's a fucking test all the time. So you've done some work. Now you have an opportunity to exercise what you've learned. That is it, baby. And will you fuck it up? Yes. Have I fucked it up? Yes. My mother just got here. I want to choke her already. But I also love her. And she's reminding me how I really need to work on my patience. And how I really need to work on, letting her be who the fuck she is. And as annoying as that is, she reminds me of that. My 4-year-old reminds me of that. Thank you. Thank you for being who you are, people. Because then I get to be a better version of me. And if it wasn't for them, how would I exercise that? I would think I was great, nothing was wrong. And I would be like, I'm so amazing. And I wouldn't work on my shit. So these people help us work on our shit. So just look at that for yourself. I gave you so much to do. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Whatever resonates with you, everything may not resonate with you, but whatever resonates with you, use it. Please don't let this podcast just be like, yeah, how not to get cray cray this holiday season. And you listen and you don't do shit about it. Please take my invitation. Take my invitation to work on you. Take my invitation to look away from the shit that's bothering and triggering you. Not look away, move away. Do something physical with your body. Get out of there. Say no. Watch that food and alcohol that you're consuming and why you are consuming it. Watch who you hang with. Spend time on you. Do that yoga. This is a great time, not because a new year, because you need it. You need to go within. I was going to tell you as well, I recently had a shamanic energy healing session, which I always have. I have them probably once a month, and I do other modalities, but I cannot tell you oh my God, this almost needs, it's going to have its own episode. And I'm going to interview him, our shamanic healer, and I'm going to interview my husband, because it's so important, my love, that you work on your body and that you go inside your body and that you work on that energy system. And even if you're not spiritual, or you don't think you are spiritual, you are, by the way, but even if you think you're not very spiritual, your body has its own intelligence, like scientifically, energetically, with all the things, not even woo-woo spirit shit, but actual energy. And when you have things going on in your world, traumas, hard times, your body keeps memory of things and suppresses things in the physical, energetic, all of the things. And when you have pain and all of that, like, this is because there is something going on in your energy system. So I had a session with Sharif, and I love him to death. He's amazing. And it was so good, because the shit that comes up on the table when you're at places like that, you don't consciously know about. And that's the best thing, because you think in your mind you're good, but your body's holding on to stuff. How do you know? You get pain, you get this, things happen, right? And you unravel that when you go to these sessions. So I would also recommend, my last recommendation is that you, actually my second to last recommendation is that you go check out some energy healing. I love shamanic, but you could do Reiki if that's more up your alley. You could do kinesiology, you could do breath work, meditation, but I highly recommend shamanic healing. It's fucking amazing. And my last recommendation for you to not go cray cray this holiday season is, if you have children, your own children or stepchildren, or you babysit kids and you love kids, if there are kids around you or you're a parent, I highly recommend that you take this time, this holiday season, hopefully you have time off, even if it's just one day off, to be fully present with them. And not about buying them gifts and Santa Claus and fucking good boy, bad girl, naughty list. I mean, just be with them. Be really present with them and tell them all the things you want them to know, and speak to them and listen to them and ask them the questions. If they have time off, I know it might be exhausting. I'm fucking tired. We're all tired. And we use the time off as like, oh, play with your iPad, do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. But try really hard to just connect with them and see where they're at and talk to them about adult shit that maybe you haven't talked to them about. You got time. This is a great time to have deep conversations with the people that you love, because most of the people have time off and their mind is not at work. So it might take you a moment or two to land after you take holidays, because you're like, shit, I don't have work. A day or two of your mind to clear, and then your mind's clear. And it's a great time, I have found for myself, to have discussions, to plan for next year, to talk about things that have been bothering you throughout the year that you haven't had time to discuss because of work, life, crazy. So use this opportunity to chat with your kids, or chat with your partner, or talk to your business partner, whoever it is, because it's a really great time of the year where people, when they finally do take time off, a day or two it takes us, but the mind's calm and there's more time and space to think and be. So I love you. I wish you the happiest December and January. I will keep you posted what goes down in my hood. If you are following on Instagram, you'll see everything. I post a lot of my life on Instagram, by the way. So if you are on Instagram, come and find me. It's the Queen of Confidence. I'd love to chat. I love to hear from the listeners. I love to hear from you. I post a lot, and I will keep you posted on what's going on with my mom and dad. Some of you know, because you've listened to the podcast, that my dad kidnapped me when I was 7, and then I saw him again when I was 15, and I haven't seen him again. We've chatted on Facebook, but that's about it. So yeah, he's coming here soon, and my mom will be here, and I've never seen my parents ever in my life in the same room together. So to be able to touch my mom's arm and my dad's arm, and then my kids are gonna be there, I'm just like, whoa, I just feel like some shit's gonna heal itself without consciously me knowing about it. And then I'm gonna try to get them on the podcast, because it's very interesting. Y'all know I love sharing my story, and I think we all need to share our stories. It's very interesting, my story of how he kidnapped me, his story of why he took me away, and my mom's story. And nobody's right or wrong, but everybody's got their own version of that story. And I think it'll be really cool to hear it. So hopefully they say yes, and there's a podcast with the fam bam, which will be really cool. And what else is going on? Yeah, that's it. We're gonna I'm coming to New Zealand. So if you are in New Zealand, please get your ass to this masterclass. I'm creating confidence masterclass. We're going to do our global tour. We're coming to New Zealand first, Auckland, on the 19th of January, 2020. If you want to hear more about that, please head over to my Instagram. Oh my God, I need to put it on my website, but it's on my Instagram right now. I cannot wait. There's limited tickets though, so if you want to come, I think we still have some tickets. Yeah, we do. We have tickets available still. Auckland, January 19th, 2020. And then in February, we're coming to Los Angeles. So I'm really excited. So I'm going to do an event in LA. So all my Americanos, all my West Coast peeps, all my, Midwest peeps, hopefully you can get yourself to Los Angeles February. I'll let you know the dates. It's coming up soon. I'm really excited. I love you. I'm coming to the UK. I hear you going, when are you coming to the UK? I'm coming, hopefully October. Yeah, there's a lot. And then I'm going to try to do some stuff in Perth, in Australia, in Perth, and all the places in Australia, because I haven't been anywhere in Australia, and I'm going around the world already. It's hilarious. Yeah, y'all, I love you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon. If you are enjoying this podcast, I want to let you know about the Sisterhood. It is my year-long coaching experience. I ain't even going to call it a program, because it's literally a life-changing, life-altering experience where I coach you. We go deep. It's in real time. It's off the charts. It's 12 months. We touch on 6 major topics. I can't even tell you. There's over 200 women in 11 plus countries doing this work. You got a sistership, queens, like-minded women that are going to hold you accountable. It is going to change the way you think. It is going to change the way you act. It is going to change the results that you get in your fucking life. I am so excited to bring this to you. If you are down and you want to make shit happen, head over to thequeenofconfidence.com. Click on Sisterhood. Check it out. If you're in Melbourne, we do this shit in real time, in person, 6 live events a year. If you are anywhere else in the world, it is open now and you can join us online. Again, it is not a program. This shit right here, we take the podcast, we go deep. It is guided. I'm up in there coaching your ass, giving you 11 bitch slaps, and you are in great company. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your ears, your time, your energy, and your attention. Please do me a favor and head over to Apple iTunes, subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Share this episode with a sister who you know needs to hear it. And if you feel called to, leave me a review. I'd love to know what you think about the podcast. I'd love to know how this information is helping you change your world. Thank you so much for being here. I know that there are many podcasts you could listen to, and I really appreciate you listening to mine. Have a gorgeous week, honey.